stepped into uncharted waters. And what I mean by that is that, and I want Tyrone to hear me. You want to teach you in the house. Put the gum out. I want the brother to hear me. Tyrone, I've been doing this job for over 25 years,
Yes,
or maybe longer. And I commend you for what you did. We need more brothers like you to stand up to make a difference. But it's what you do next.
Exactly.
After that.
Right.
And so I saw you put your life on the line, you got a felony, and you stood up for our women and children. Now, you also, being a convicted felon, taking it on the chin in another way.
Yes, sir.
Standing up for our people.
Yes, sir.
But what I learned through my own trials and tribulations of doing the work that you do is that black people don't support black leaders like they should. See, what we have to do, just like in Tyrone's case, when Tyrone stood up for the black community, nobody else should have went into that nail shop after that. Black people should have stood up with him. They should have stood up with us, and we should have shut him down because of the lack of business.
Yes.
Our people should never even touch that place because this man had a habit of mistreating and disrespecting our women.
Yes.
And so when this brother did that, man, I'm like, okay, cool. Then we got to stand with you because what we do as a team and when we show solidarity makes a difference in the white man's eyes and anybody else's eyes that we fight because we're on the same team. Now, my brother continued to go out. He continued to put pressure on the people, on the shop owner, which was a good thing, okay? But we still had the fluctuation of black people still going into the shop. And see, black people, when you don't stand with somebody who put themselves on the line for the community, and after he did that, no one should have went to that shop. No one should have participated, no nails done, and he would have closed down because he had no business. One of the things that I learned, and I was going to talk to you about this, T, is that now that we got this situation, we need to take our own funds.
Yes.
We need to open up a shop either close to that proximity, and you got the fame. Open a shop up and direct black people to come to that shop and stop going to the agent owner shop.
Yes.
That's the next move that we make.
Mm-hmm.
But what the move we really got to make, and black people have to understand this, all y'all new wave civil rights leaders, Jamal Green, I've forgotten more than you know. You can't continue to keep going out there in front of that man's place protesting and you don't have a plan.
Yes, sir.
You got to have a plan. So all the other stuff that's going on out there, I saw something on Facebook where Jamal was out there and they sent a drunk guy into the shop cussing, hollering, and fussing. And so I put out there, that's harassment.
Yes.
You don't move, because Tyrone had already addressed this issue. Then we need to follow his lead on the next thing we need to do to deal with that person, right?
Yes, sir.
All the other brothers that was out there that was marching even before he came, if you were serious about the game, you should have threw the bricks through the window. You should have caught the case and dealt with it from there. But you didn't. So you really don't have a ground to say what you're saying as far as we're going to keep doing it and it means nothing.
Right.
And so I didn't even know, Ty, that you was out and had an altercation. And I'm glad you called me because we want to talk about this. Let me say this. Black people, no matter what we do, if we have our indifferences, it requires us to get behind the scenes and talk. Because see, white people might hate each other guts, but they will come together to deal with you and anybody else that come against them.
No doubt about it.
And so
Listen, I've
Go ahead,
heard
T.
the minister say, the white man, first thanks to, to your audience, your listening audience, and always thank you for having me.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
What's up, black man?
Good to see you. Always good to see you.
So, the bottom line is, white people can disagree on 99% of their problems
All the time.
and agree on one.
Yep.
And they'll line up behind that 1%.
Yep.
Because it's for their best interest and self-interest.
Exactly.
Black people, we can agree on 99% of our issues. And on that 1% that we disagree, we will throw away 99% of progress.
Exactly.
Over 1% of disagreement, misunderstanding, misinformation, misdirection, or just allowing the enemy to throw a 1% curve in a 100% relationship. So what I'm saying is, when you look at it from that perspective of what's next for me is I'm negotiating, I'm looking forward, and I'm looking out for my community. Once I do something, I'm already thinking, what is the social, what is the economical, what is the psychosocial, what is the mental, what is all those things tied to that. And being in prison for 21 years allow you the time to process that type of stuff and reflect on the next move. Because when you isolate it like that, it gives you a different mindset and focus than a society that's in prison.
Exactly.
See, it's not a curse. I always say I went away for college for 20 years.
Yeah.
Who go to college for 20 years?
Some people went to college and still ain't learned nothing after the 4 years that they
What I'm
did.
saying is, if you do 20 years in college,
Right.
and your focus, my 20-year college has been focused on the upliftment and the resurrection of black folks in these communities. That's why I started ex-cons for community and social change. I spent all my time trying to figure out what's the best approach and when I go home to serve my community. So this is not new to me. Mm-hmm. That first incident that happened, that was the third time I went to that. Right. If you look at the videos in my timeline, you'll see I went there before. And I told the guy then that I didn't want to have to come back in agreement to a quote unquote, a slight reparation for what he did to the sister. He agreed that he would send 2 sisters to nail school, college, and then allow them to work there. But my goal was to send them to school and then help them open their shop. So now that's where we at. We want to open up a boutique for our women.
Yeah.
Because I always got our women in mind. Mm-hmm. And a boutique that allows them to buy nice things, because our women like to dress.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And since we started in business and economics, I'm a firm believer that if I open up a business as a black man who say he loves his community, then I believe that 30 to 40%, not 10% charity, 30 to 40% of the money and the revenue that the people entrust me with goes back into the community.
And that's exactly.
And this is what these stores don't do.
Right.
No community benefit in these foreign stores and businesses, and even the black ones that open up in our communities, and they never give anything back in terms of real social benefit package and economic opportunities for these young men out here killing themselves. How is it that we could be so preoccupied with things, material, and everything, and never preoccupied with how do we best serve these young brothers that's out here exercising maneuvers of death and terrorism on the whole community while we watch wealth come out of our community.
Yes.
Yeah.
In billions. If we have $1 trillion, $3 trillion, or whatever that is, spending power as black people, why aren't there more billionaires in our neighborhood serving our community? Because we too busy looking for someone to do for us what we as a community are more than capable of doing for ourselves. Politicians, pastors have systematically sold you out. I call them PPs.
Yep.
They piss on your head.
And they tell you
it's raining.
Yep.
They PPs.
Yep.
Politicians and pastors set up 501c3s. Politicians run the run.
That's
and
right.
never give you any real benefit for your selection or election. Call it what you want. It's time for us as a community to say, hey, enough is enough. We're going to deal with it. And even to the point where I'm saying we got to change the guards. Even when I'm saying, man, all right, so people like Danny Davis and them people
It's
don't.
over.
They don't give the reins to Brother Tyrone, to you.
No.
We have to take it.
We got to take it. So I'm like, almost, okay, I'm finna explore my option to run for Congress and go against him. Get out the way, man. You in the way.
Yeah.
Get out. You're not bringing nothing. What sense do it make to continue to file for census so you can get more money to get it done?
Well,
that's a scam.
Well, you know what, Tyrone, I agree with you 100% because that's what I've been saying. You know, Muhammad Ali was my idol. And the champ stayed too long in the ring.
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's the perfect analogy of what you're saying is that Bobby Rush, Danny Davis, all these old Pratt Winkle, all these old politicians who have seen their best days gone by. But they still sitting and holding places and spots instead of grooming young men like us to come up and take over and take the baton and take it to the next level for the community. They still sitting there trying to keep the money coming in, but then they shine us when we stand up to do the right thing in the community.
Come on now.
Because see,
it's like you said it earlier. How do we? I know I don't. That's why you see me play the background. See, it's so many people got opinions. So many people saying why you shouldn't do this. So many people saying you shouldn't do that. So many people have all type of critique of how things are done, what's not done, how to do it. But they never on the front line doing nothing. You a social media leader.
Yep.
See, I'm not that. I'm in the front street. I put my life on the line. Man, why is it that I have to be the one to throw a brick through a window?
Well,
Because I just served 2 decades in prison. Shouldn't I be able
Exactly.
to allow to come out and try to rebuild my family, my reestablish myself? But what happens is the reason you have ECCSC is because I saw that black men weren't standing up for our women. Black men weren't standing up for our children, and black men were surely in the hell not caring about what happened to our community. And I come back, it's 3 liquor stores on 1 block, and none of them look like us.
and 5 churches.
And 5 churches. It's
One
no
dope
church.
man.
How is it?
And church ain't winning.
How is it? Do you have a church on every corner and blight all in our neighborhood? And if I went to them right now and said, "Look, church, since you're not using that church, let me create manhood training programs from the space that you have." Since y'all always getting the resources and money to do it, they're not giving it to me.
They're not
to
giving it
save
to
my
nobody
son.
but they sell.
So when are we gonna get the resources to do what we want to do? If you're not gonna give us the resources, I suggest people we take it.
Yep, and you know what? I agree with you 100%. That's been my philosophy. When I first started doing that, I worked with the old leaders like Al Sharpton. I've been knowing Jesse since a kid, man. And I know I spoke to Reverend Jackson quite a few times. And I said, Rev, you got to stand down. You can't keep using the old ideas that you used when Martin Luther King was alive to bring people in. That day is done. There's a whole new type of people out
Society
there
is worse
than it
since
was
Dr.
then.
King.
Yep.
Our communities are worse since Dr. King. You said people keep using this Dr. King. Dr. King didn't
It's
do it.
over.
Let me tell y'all something.
It's over.
Dr. King ain't me.
That's right.
Dr. King wasn't Malcolm X.
Nope.
Dr. King wasn't the Black Panther. You need different method at different sides. See, we can all coexist because the
Exactly.
heart, the liver, the lung, the spleen, the kidney,
They all work together.
all work together, but they all have this different function. Take away an arm and a leg.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you hopping.
Yep.
Listen, man, take away any part of a body organ that's different than the brain or that's different than the heart, the body no longer exists. So when you're trying to tell me I should do this way and I should do, if God made me that way, then I would do it that way.
Exactly.
He didn't make me that way. He didn't make me you. I'm a brick thrower. I'm not throwing rocks. I'm not throwing rocks like David. I'm throwing bricks at this enemy today.
That's right.
This enemy need bricks. The giant has got too doggone big.
Yep.
Goddamn big for us to throw rocks. We quit that, man. I'm telling you, if we not gonna move this needle, get out the way before you get ran over. And yes, I get death threats all the time and have gotten them since I started this work, since I come home. I ain't running. I'm out on the front line, and I'm not scared. So,
That's
and ain't no sellout in me. Ain't no sellout in me because why? You can't offer me nothing I take from you.
That's right.
How you gonna offer me something? You offer me something, and I take it and take it and still shut your ass down.
That's right.
Because we ain't the type that we ain't that type of man today.
Well, you know what, man? I want to say this, and you want to jump in anytime you get ready, Mo. That was my thing because I watched it, and I watched you put yourself out there. I've done that so many times in this game, and I was left out by myself. It was just a few soldiers who stood with me when I started doing the type of things you did. See, the kind of bricks that I throw, let me tell you the kind of bricks that I throw. The kind of bricks I throw, people, especially of a civil rights activist, they get scared. And I'm going to tell you why. The bricks that I throw at you is going to be a law that's going to change it. The bricks that I throw at you, you're going to end up in court defending yourself for the crap you done did.
No question.
See, all of us have a different role, and I said that before.
Right.
I said, see, I already been out on the front line. I got all sorts of clip-ins. I mean, I've done it all over the country. But see, I didn't have brothers like you and you when I was fighting to help me. And black people, we have to have leaders from all different parts to lead. Now, I'm that guy that's gonna sit back. I'm gonna write the don't get it twisted. If I have to come out to get your ass, I will. No question. And when I come to get you, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. Some brothers like Tyrone came and did what he had to do. I'm gonna support that. Because at the interim and at the end of the day, we got to show the united front to send the message. Now, I put something out there the other day, and we will talk about that. You know, and the reason why I'm saying I'm calling Jamal Green out. First of all, son, I'm gonna call you my son.
Misguided son.
You ain't old enough to understand the civil rights game. You haven't been taught how to deal with these issues. You ain't never picked cotton. You ain't never chopped cotton. You ain't never went to jail. So your ass need to sit down and shut up and learn something from real leaders before you jump up and run your mouth. Now, I posted something out there about, I saw him on the internet, on Facebook Live, hooping and hollering. Civil rights activists don't do that. Hooping and hollering about this and that and sending drunk people into the store.
See, that's what this is the thing I hate. This is the thing I hate. And that's why I fall back and I try to advise. See, listen, we can't go from holding them accountable for respect.
Yep.
And then just because our sisters are ignorant,
right,
and have lost the knowledge of self, and they go into the place, we shouldn't ridicule, condemn them for choosing to exercise their right to purchase whatever they want to purchase.
Exactly.
Our sincere and mere presence represents their self-accusing spirit. Our presence represents our accusations and accusing of them. And hopefully she won't go back and she will find in herself that these brothers, you think sisters, and I'm going to say this again, if I didn't love you, if I didn't love my community, after serving 2 decades in prison, if people don't know what that is, that's 21, I served 21 years in a 9x12 box with people and white men looking up in places that I ain't never seen before. So when we stand like that, and you think this is for some type of show and game,
exactly,
over you, cause you want some eyebrows, some nails, and some eyelashes, you got to be out your damn mind if you think I'm the type of brother and was built and born to sell out over that. When I shut construction companies down that have offered me hundreds of $1,000s just to shut up.
Been there and done that.
If I'm not going to sell out when you hear people, when you doing right, and people start rumors and stirring up garbage,
Yeah,
then you know you on the right path.
you on the right path.
Then you know, that's why you don't see me. My lawyer told me I probably would have threw a brick in the new windows if my lawyer hadn't have told me not to go over there.
Yeah.
I'm not standing around here watching you reconstruct a property, a spot that has been known to disrespect. That's like going on a slave ship. I'm gonna keep busting and putting a hole in the slave ship so it can sink. You don't keep going on the boat. You don't keep getting on the boat, sister. I'm putting a hole in the boat.
And it's gonna sink.
And you gonna keep getting on the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
They patch the boat back up. And you gonna keep getting the boat. I'm gonna put another hole in that boat until you wake the hell up or you drown at the bottom of the sea because of your goddamn ignorance.
And,
Well,
go ahead. Go on, jump in.
I got
Please.
to jump in, man. Man, look here. I know both of these guys. I love them, and I love what y'all doing, man. And the thing I want to say to you, brother, Tyrone, but what I want to say, man, thank you, man. I couldn't. I was at work. I was doing my thing, but I couldn't rush to get over there
Fast enough
to say, let's shut him down. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And if I had to stand with you at that moment, I would have stood with you. I would have got handcuffed too. Because I couldn't believe that they was kicking my black sister on the ground like a dog.
Yes, they were.
See, I'm mad now. I'm mad. I'm pissed off because that could have been my wife.
Yeah,
That
boy.
could have been my
grandmama.
sister.
Oh man, please.
Anybody, my daughter.
See, and Tyrone, you good. Because see, if that was my family,
That was my family. But it really,
but I know.
It is our family.
It's our family. That's what I'm
Because
saying.
if your wife go in there and you not present, it's my job to
Right.
protect her.
Exactly.
So we have to start seeing it as
A family.
a family.
My sisters and brothers.
There you go.
When they, even with our sister Carolyn dealing with that Misha over there on 47th Street, they changed the guards, kept the name up there, and then tell us it's a new business. And we accept that. See, we let aldermen get away with not being held accountable. We kicking I'm telling you now, you can kill the feds on me, the CIA, the government, and all of them. We about to start kicking you aldermen and elected officials in the ass. If these little brothers, and you pastors, they gonna come and snatch up. They gonna come start snatching you pastors up off these goddamn pulpits for selling our people out too for the highest bid. I'm telling you, when them little shorties stop killing each other and turning the guns on each other and realize that their fathers and their uncles and their brothers have sold them out, and that's why they are being targeted. And the only thing that's good for our children is prison in the grave. Man, I ain't got nothing to live for if them shorties can't live.
And the thing of it is too is this, and I'm gonna say this: real black men, we got to stand up now.
No question.
No question.
We've been put on notice.
I'm serving notice to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? What we need to do from this point in time, all the true leaders need to. I'm gonna set a meeting up for us. And I got a new office, a new whole headquarters, 17050 South Park Avenue in South Harlem. We got a whole headquarters there. Okay. We're going to start incubating businesses, and we're going to start teaching our young men and women how to be entrepreneurs and business owners. So
Yes, sir.
just like this incident, right? This was a wake-up call for us. Just like I said, Tyrone put himself out there, and we should be thinking about it as the next step. The next step is that we have to start opening our own businesses. Now, we're going to shut the Korean guy down.
Oh, he gone.
But see, how we going to shut him down is we're going to open a business around
And
here.
send the sisters.
And the sisters will go over there, and he will shut down because he ain't got no business.
Right.
And see, that's not only throwing the brick through the window, but you throwing the bomb in the house now.
Man,
Right.
Business economics is warfare.
It is.
See, when you don't understand money market, mutual funds, CD, Roth IRA,
Annuities.
all these different things, stock bonds. If you don't understand that and understanding how things are processed, whether it's material goods and services or whatever, oil, uranium. See, China is not in Africa for nothing.
Yeah, because
It's cobalt over there for your phones.
Right.
It's diamonds and come on, man. We killing each other over rocks and stones, man. Everything in the world comes from the earth.
Africa. Come from Africa.
But everything in the world comes from the ground.
Yeah.
Man take minerals and compile them in components and composites and create cars, create TVs, none of that stuff is real. All of that stuff is designed to serve you, the greatest creation that God has ever made. And if you think those things, someone coming in your neighborhood disrespecting you for a paper dollar with a white man's face on it, it's okay. You sick and you a problem, and we're gonna teach you, or we're gonna get rid of you.
Exactly.
I ain't no two ways about it. This is dangerous talk. This is freedom talk. If you want to stay a nigga and a slave,
that's right.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna keep getting what you get, but don't call Tyrone.
And the thing of it is too now. I didn't even know that you had an altercation out there.
Yeah.
I want to say this. All the brothers, whether you GD, BD, Vice Lord, Stone, whatever that you call yourself, we do not step out in the forefront on Facebook Live and start fighting with each other, because all we do is blow the mission of trying to rebuild a community.
Right.
If I have an issue with you, I'm gonna say, brother, let's go sit down and let's talk. We have to continue to show solidarity. Even if I don't like what you do, you ain't gonna see me come over here and say blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna grab you and say, hey man, let's take a look at doing something this kind of way.
But you're gonna take look because you conscientious. Unfortunately,
Somebody knocking at the door.
Unfortunately, someone can cast evil. See, people, listen. The devil, this is how he works.
You said the magic word.
The devil is not no spook.
No.
The devil is not some unreal, imaginary thing. The devil is embodied in men and women. So, and policies and all of that. When you cast evil suggestions and firm resolution, see, the devil will cast the evil suggestion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he will leave it out there, right? And he let little unconscious minions pick it up. And when you doing things and things start swirling, then the persons that want to feel a certain way about David, they want to feel a certain way about us, they pick up stuff and they find the worst parts of themselves to accept. And never saying, man, I'm going to take the best part of my brother, my sister,
right.
And that's what I'm going to focus on, because we so hateful of each other that it's easy for us to accept what somebody say as a bad opposed to a good. And that's just what it is. See, when you understand it, so with me, wherever you are at, that's where your ass supposed to get it at.
Yeah.
If you add on Facebook Live, your ass supposed to get it on Facebook Live. If you using my name and saying my name,
that's right.
And you're not coming to me, you're not asking your brother, man, did this happen? Did that happen? Then wherever you saying it at, you supposed to get your ass whooped.
Well, that's just.
I'm just saying, or it's supposed to be addressed.
Well, you know
I
what?
got no but love for my brothers, even if I got a disagreement with my brother and my biological brother. That happens.
Yeah.
But it's how we allow other people to stir up stuff in our family.
Well, you know what, Tyrone,
and even when I had a disagreement with my brother Martin, while they were still out there saying stuff about me, I was at the lawyer's office paying for his lawyer.
And see,
that's who I am.
But see, that's the thing that I'm talking about, and that has been a real bad situation for black people.
Right.
When one of us do something, we should stand with them. We have to get past this point of always thinking about self. what I'm gonna get out the deal. You know, a lot of people probably was looking at the fact that your GoFundMe.
Wow.
You
The
know,
white man could kill our son,
Right.
shoot him 16 times in the back, and they'll raise $2 million
Right.
to 500,000, $2 million for somebody. The police will raise $2 million for a murderer. But I sit in line, and you know I'm standing for you, and nothing, none of my everything that was given to me or raised didn't even really come from Chicago. It came from around
all
the
over
world.
Yep.
From
exactly.
Denmark, from
Yep.
Australia
All over.
to Canada.
Right.
Black folks in Chicago don't stick together. That's why Dr. King said how wicked this place was.
Well, you know what? And I let me tell you this: Chicago got a dark cloud around it. It really does. Chicago has become the new Sodom and Gomorrah. That's just exactly what it is. And so, as long as we got that type of leadership, like Lori Sugarfoot in the office, there's nothing that's going to be done for the black community. Now, I'm gonna say this.
Listen, real quick. This woman, because they wanted everybody to say who they were on there watching you, David. Tell them about your program. Tell them who you are. Tell them who you are. Tell them you can say it real quick.
I'm David Lowry. I'm the president of the Living and Driving While Black Foundation. We've been in existence for over 20 years. We've been on the forefront for writing legislation. We take lawyers and we sue people all across the country. People call me from all across the country. I provide lawyers for them. We provide leadership. Now we have a business consortium of businesses. Now we're helping people open their own business. We have job opportunities with trucking companies. We got into the hemp business. You know, I just became a master distributor for hemp products. And so business to business. I'm looking to empower black men to make $1 million this time next year by providing you with all the hemp, the medical stuff, and everything else to make money. I've been in the civil rights game for over 25 years. National Crisis Director for Sharpton, the NAACP. And I have to say this, we cannot depend on these organizations anymore. They have lost their way. They have lost the fight. And now it's going to take new guys like Tyrone Muhammad, David Lowry, Morris Anderson. It's going to take us right now. All the people out there watching, Overstreet, Bogan, Mike Collier, all the brothers that know me across this country. I need y'all to start sharing this show. Y'all need to start calling in. We need to get a conference line where we can address the issues in every state and address them to where we can make the changes. And so
give the people your number so next week when we call in, they can
my number here is 708-223-8953. My office number for Living and Driving While Black, 708-663-5262, or our other office number is 708-288-2001. And I'm putting it out there because I've been doing what Tyrone been doing for 20 years, and I never had nobody to really stand with me.
Right.
I've always had people that say they was,
yes.
And then at the end of the day, I was out there by myself, and God was on my team.
Yeah.
You know, and so we want to make this. You made a wake-up call. Black people, wake the F up. Anytime a man put his life on the line for us, we got to stand with that brother. No matter what all the other talk going on, because ain't nobody else did nothing. Then nobody else step up to the plate.
Everybody riding the wave of what the stands I took. I don't care. I ain't even caring. You got people doing 1 million views off of me. 2 million views all over the country. I ain't saying, hey, where my lawyers at? Go grab them people and I need my check because they eating off of me. I don't even give a damn. If it means that you can propagate and push unity, if it takes that, then do it.
Exactly.
So when you start talking about money, don't ever put money in front of my name. Don't ever, because that's easy to get.
Well,
I'm the type. I'm telling you. So I just want them to answer.
Go on, Mo. Talk about Mo.
Hey, my name is Morris Anderson. I'm the owner of Anderson Enterprises, landscaping and maintenance, and also I have another business is M&M LM investment property, also flipping houses, rehabbing houses. I had to introduce myself. And also, if you want to get in contact with me, my number is also 773-512-5165. And thank you. God bless you. Let's unite it. Let's come together.
Hey, David, if you allow me, a lady made a statement on that. Shantae Washington, listen. Shantae Washington, she said, but gangs are the epitome of hating each other, and yet you call them like they so fragile. Let me say something to you, sister. They are fragile. And the reason they're fragile is because they've been made that way. They've been brainwashed, manipulated, and there's no economic opportunity that the fathers leave for their sons to change their ideals. See, this is why y'all do not listen to nothing we say. When I say it's going to take us to change us, I'm not asking white folks to help me, benevolent white folks. I'm not saying politicians represent the people. I'm not saying pastors represent the people. I'm saying that I started ex-cons for community and social change because brothers like me have perpetrated violence in our neighborhoods, and I decided that no longer would I do that if I take personal responsibility for my action. Like when I hit them windows through the brick through the window, did you see me run from the police? No.
Nope.
I take personal responsibility for my action. I could have sent four of my shorties through there and bust the windows.
Exactly.
I'm a general who on the field in the front. I'm never gonna ask these young brothers or you to do something I'm not willing to do myself.
Exactly.
So all I'm saying is, if I don't be an example to these young brothers in terms of judging them, all of that. One thing for sure, you always talking about y'all believe in God. Well, God just gave you a whole army. Them little brothers don't care about dying. They don't care. Them the little brothers that's going to deliver us to freedom. If we ever learn to teach them and not be afraid of our children and understand that them little men, when they ever come together, I might not live to see it. Because when you try to bring that force together and remove us from a slave mentality into ownership and being the leaders of our own communities, our own destiny, then somebody got to be on the cross. I'm bearing my cross. I'm carrying my cross. I ain't running from the scribes, the Pharisees, or the police.
Come on now.
I got my cross. I'm not running from FBI, CIA. I'm not around here making maneuvers of fear. And I'm telling you in the door, I'm already dead. So I'm going towards what I need to go towards to move this needle to the next level. And you either coming or get left behind.
Get left behind. And that's so true, brother, because we in a stage right now that if we don't stand up and if we don't take action, those young brothers in the streets, Ty, at the beginning of the year, I had a forum where all the leaders came, the different sets who started the street organization, all the brothers came, Don, Dirk, all of us was in a room together. And we invited the shorties. And the shorties were saying, we need y'all. We don't know how to handle this. We see our brothers getting killed, uncles, all of them dying, going to jail. We don't know what to do. And see, the street organizations is the Black Army. See, when I was coming up, GDs, Vice Lords, the Stones, all those brothers protected the black community.
Period.
We was on the structure under King David Boxdale, Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford. They were mentors to us. Guys like me who became bosses who wasn't on the set, but we were the guys that went to school and got an education. We were the guys who talked politics. Even though we was part of the set, we was the brain. And see, that's what we got to get back to. No matter what you call yourself, first, you still a black man.
That's right.
Yes.
I don't care what you call it. You still a black man, you still a woman. The hat, the rags, the different colors, we got to get past that. See, real gangsters, you don't know they're real gangsters until they at you.
Man.
See, and so that's why I said we got to stop this false flagging in life about what we think that we're trying to do. And it ain't no structure out there for our young men. So killing each other, when you see some crap on Facebook, shooting each other because this guy got another color. Do you know that the white man is laughing all the way to the bank? Because he can send those foreigners in our community and take all our money that we say we ain't got?
Allison Horn said, how much time we got left?
We got 15, 20 minutes.
Allison Horn said, But there are whites that stand with us. Let me say to you, Allison, every time we as black men and women try to find some margin of unification, people always throw, "That's good white folks." See, that was good white folks back in slavery. John Brown killed white folks. He was an abolitionist. He killed white folks for slavery.
Yes.
For perpetrating slavery on black. So it ain't about the white folks. The white folks control the world. It's about us. White folks don't live in our neighborhoods. White folks, we not killing white folks. Please stop using that as a way, as a crutch to say, oh, good. Let me say something. They always say there's good police. Oh, not all the police. You know what I tell them? Ain't no good police. You know why it ain't no good police? I'm going to tell you why it's no good police. Because the good police don't turn into bad police.
Yes, exactly.
So if the good police was good,
then the bad police would be turned up.
They would be against them. They wouldn't have a brother head kicked on the floa while black officers sitting back watching you get kicked in the head. Ain't no such thing as a good gangbanger. Because gangbangers don't turn their own guys in for the other opposition.
Exactly.
Say, you was wrong, man. We used to.
Yeah, we used to.
But you was wrong. So, hey, although you a good gangbanger, Tyrone, you a good gangbanger. Who say that? You a good gangbanger. You selling drugs to the community. You killed me, but you a good gangbanger. Man, cause you
that's that mentality.
You part of a group. You a part of a group. All police is a gang. Yep. Fraternities, sororities are gangs.
Lord
Masons are gangs.
Which
I could never understand how somebody could call themselves of African descent and then call themselves a Greek at the same time.
Lord have mercy. Jesus, you're preaching right now. Boy. I just let me tell you. This morning when you called me and I was in the gym, right? I'm in the gym working out. And after you called me, I'm sitting up there, some police officers in there, right? So I said those exact words. I said, all police officers ain't shit. And I said, especially the black ones. Now, this was a black police officer.
Yes.
He said, brother, why would you say that? I said, let me tell you something. If I was a black police officer and a white police officer had one of my brothers down and he was unarmed and he shot him, I'm going to shoot his ass. Right. I'm going to pull my weapon.
That's right.
And I'm going to shoot that white police officer.
Because he out of order.
Because he way out of order. And see, and that's what I told a police officer this morning. Y'all black police officers need to stand up for the black community.
Isn't that why we wanted them there?
That's why we wanted them there.
How in the world we send you to school, we lobby for them to hire more black
police officers.
But when you get there, you become a part of the blue code of silent in the shield. How did you become an enemy to your own people and community? This is what police do throughout the country. How you and then think you supposed to be allowed amongst us? See, this is dangerous talk.
This is. It's true.
Y'all ready for this? This is war, man.
This is.
Look at it. Hey, fellas. I don't think they ready for this, man.
Well, you know what? We talk about the war. I did a video. Just one thing I did right after that happened to you. And I was at home and I said, you know what? Let me do something. I was at my office. And so I did a Facebook Live, right? And I said some curse words.
Right.
And the reason why I said the curse words, because I wanted the people to know I'm damn serious.
Have an effect.
I'm serious. If I'm going to put my life down on the line, Tyrone going to put his life on the line, Mo going to put his life on the line. Black people, listen to me. Y'all have to respect that and support what we're doing. That's how the leaders got change to come. Martin King said, this is what we got to do. He went to jail. He was stabbed. Everything Dr. King went through was for black people. And black people of my time appreciated that. Y'all young people need to understand. The only way we're going to make change is first, you got to learn and know how to fight in the civil rights struggle.
Man.
Secondly, once you learn how to fight in the struggle, then you have to unite yourself with other black people and other black leaders who are not afraid, like you're not afraid. And see, that's what God does. See, God is sick and tired. God is really sick and tired of his chosen people being dogged out because we don't understand that we are the first people on the face of this earth. And see, I told the guy this. God said he created man in his own image. Is that right, fellas?
That's right.
That's right.
That's
Okay.
what they say.
So the first man he created was a black man and a black woman in his own image. And if God gave Adam that knowledge, and he never takes nothing away, never. Adam talked to the animals, trees, bees, whatever. He was in control of the world. Okay? Being a God that was made by God, and God cannot take away what he gave you, don't y'all really understand that we are the true gods on this earth? Black people are the true gods on this earth. And all we have to do is stop drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. See, if y'all don't know who Jim Jones, I'll tell you who he was. He was a man that was over in Ghana, a white man, and he had a lot of black followers, and he thought that the world was going to end, so he made a poison Kool-Aid, and all them brothers and sisters drank the damn Kool-Aid and died with him, and no rapture never came. You see, that's what black people have done. We've bought into this Kool-Aid that these pastors have brought, these politicians have brought, the hatred for each other have brought. We done drank the Kool-Aid, and we not dead yet, but we damn near dead.
Yeah.
We are fighting a war. I said this from the beginning.
Spiritual.
We're in a
See,
war.
it's amazing. We would share garbage. I've seen people share memes, a meme will go viral.
Right.
But when it's stuff like this,
It needs to go viral.
people don't share because
right.
this here they so watched to sleep, man. With what I mean, it's amazing to me that soon as you do something stupid, people go viral.
They go viral.
But as soon as you talking about, you know how long I've been standing up and dealing, and I'm gonna post this one with the JB again. That went 25 million viral, but it didn't get the love that this guy, because the sisters is really, bro, finally tired and finally happy to see that there are real black men who love them and will stand for them, bro.
Yeah,
We
that's
stand
what we
for
are.
them.
That's what we
And
are.
they need to see that sometime because we all got some mental health issues as it relates to surviving in America and what we've been through. No other people in the history of time has gone through what we've been through, man.
Nobody.
And this is nothing you can teach nobody how to deal with. You learn how to deal with this through living.
Now let me tell you something. And the white man is so smart. When I started doing this civil rights thing over 25 years ago, every time I threw a brick through the window, people were saying, my own people, he's radical. He's a troublemaker. He don't understand the system. But guess what? I'm free. And the reason why I say I'm free, I own my own business. I make my own money. I can create economic developments when I get ready to, and I'm not being controlled by the white man. And when these brothers who went off to college, and I have to keep saying this, the generation that we fought for, the so-called fraternities and sorority type brothers, who became corporate slaves to the white man, who will sit around and look at me and say, oh, that brother, he ain't part of what we do and this and that. Let me tell you something. Y'all need to give that bullshit up and need to come home. I'm keeping it real with
one
you.
way or the other. This is a movement. ECCSC is a movement. What you do is a
Living and
movement.
driving while
Because I'm gonna stand with that because we have to bring economic opportunity to save our son. My man dude here, he do good landscaping, construction. I got a construction See, people don't understand. I got like 5 businesses.
I do too.
Hey, I'm talking about selling out. What for what? Some crime?
Yeah.
I'm building so that I can save my son. Let me tell you what we've done. Since ECC, since we came on the scene, since everybody say what they done, we've been able to put over 150 young brothers that will shoot on these corners to work. Really understand that, what that means, sisters and brothers out there in across the country. With no resources.
Exactly.
You know how I'm able to put them brothers to work? Because I got to stand on big companies to say, hey, hire this one, hire that one, or we're going to shut your ass down.
Exactly. And
Why do we have to force them to do what they should do for our community anyway, since they eating off our flesh, our dead flesh? Secondly, We have stopped over, as a collaboration of brothers and men, we have stopped over 50 to 100 shootings.
Exactly.
You don't even know what that means. See, I'm not the one that come around and march after something that happened.
Right.
I'm one that try to stop it, de-escalate it, rethink, make it reorientated before you start marching.
But let me tell you something. I told some people that, I have to say, one of my guys from Iowa, when I was in Iowa, I stayed in the newspaper because I was always fighting. I was always implementing stuff. And I said that. I said, collectively, with brothers that I know, with my foundation, Tyrone, Mo, all of us, we're out there in the streets with young brothers. Matter of fact, I was talking to Eugene before we came here. Brothers that's out here on the front line, every time we do something, we're not going to put that on Facebook.
No. That's right.
It ain't going to be in the news.
If I was to post everything I do on Facebook,
damn, I would live on that.
I would live. You wouldn't have no life. I might well keep the phone on.
Right. And so the brother made a comment like, well, if y'all don't stop 50 to 100 murders, then why don't we know about it? Because why am I going to run to the
murder?
Right.
No.
Because we stopped
the
it.
only time you hear the news media come out is when there's a murder.
And there it is.
They not trying to find Tyrone, Muhammad, David, Mo, and say, hey, what have y'all done of good to reduce violence? Because the murder is what they justify us killing each other, justify us destroying each other to rationalize removing your savage ass and wipe you out. The only thing that's valuable and that's permanent for the black man and the black woman now, because a lot of little sisters are getting caught up in that prison industrial complex.
The complex.
It's prison. And the graveyard is the only thing that's real, that's lasting, that's consistent for black men and women in the world.
And you know, we got a few minutes left. Okay, listen, let me tell y'all black people something, that what we need to do. And the three brothers at this table right here, we started something. You know, I started my stuff 25 years ago. Now I got young men like Tyrone who've come in. And I told Ty from the beginning, I'm not trying to do the TV thing. Didn't I tell you that?
Yes, sir.
I said, man, I'm going to push you up. I'm going to lift you up every way that I can. I had my time. I understand that my job now as a business owner, a black leader, is to put these brothers out front and support them behind the scenes. That's what the old generation has not done.
They haven't.
And
they trying to die. These people think they gonna die and take their money to the grave.
They ain't taking nothing.
You ever met a rich man that died and took a Brinks truck to the grave with him? No.
Now let me tell you something right quick. December 7th, 1990, I was shot in the chest and my heart with a .357 Magnum. At the time that I laid on my deathbed, when they told me that I was surely going to die, they took me upstairs and put me in a room. And when I got to the room alone, when everybody, you know how everybody leave the room, you got to get some rest. You know, they already said I was going to die before the morning, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm crying like a baby. And I was crying, and I wasn't crying because I was hurt. And this is how the carnal mind thinks. I was crying because I had $750,000 in cash. I owned a $250,000 home paid for. All my people, my kids' education was paid for. And I kept thinking, damn, if I'm going to die, somebody gonna be spending my motherfucking money.
You on a deathbed.
I'm on my deathbed. Thinking about who gonna get my money.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But you know what? That was the carnal mind. And it was right after that God sent an angel to my room. I had lost my lung, and he healed me. I was shot on a Friday. I died Saturday, and Sunday morning I woke up. The lung was healed, the ribs was healed, all the bullet fragments was gathered together and put in places so that they couldn't affect me.
Look at God.
My man Me G say, I'm gonna really make him mad because I'm going back to your GoFundMe and donate some more.
But see that.
But that's crazy. We got a movement. How you think we gonna? How
You
you
gotta
think
have some money.
we gonna not be able to establish a movement? I mean, without resources. I don't know movement
Well,
start.
Tupac said it
Listen.
best. You can't go to war if you ain't got no money.
Let me
right?
say this real quick. The police people, to police your black butt, they get over they get $2 to $3 billion worth of your
Overtime.
tax dollars
Of overtime.
to police you and do what they do with a 9% clearance rate on murder.
Yep.
Our group have probably stopped more murders or solved them than them.
Yep.
With no resources.
With no resources.
What you think I would do if I had $2 billion?
Man, you know what, T? I have been fighting this fight.
If I had $2 billion, when no young brothers be getting killed in the city of Chicago. Now you put that in the bank. I put my life on it. Give me $2 billion
And see what we can
and
do.
watch
See
what
we
I
can
do.
See,
I guarantee you every
Right.
one of them shorties have a job.
now listen to
And
this.
when you got a job and you got activity, when do you have
Have
time
time.
to man? Man, when
Right.
you feel
Yeah.
like a man, you feel like somebody, you
Come on
feel
now.
like you're a part of society,
Yes,
and you feel good because you done brainwashed us with materialism.
Exactly.
Man, ain't nobody trying to lose that to go to no 9x12 sale.
No, sir.
Trust me, I know I'm out there, I've been there.
And believe that. And that has been the biggest problem for black people is we don't support each other when we should be supporting each other. See, I knew, and I told Mo this. I said, Mo, Tyrone has stood up for these people. Now let's see if the people gonna stand up for him.
That's right.
You know, it was good that they sent money and continued to send money.
But not
to struggle.
Chicago is weak.
Yeah, because they didn't.
We ain't Chicago don't flood. They talk.
Yes, right.
We got all type of criticism, critique, condemn. Well, stand with me. You could have threw one, I threw one. We
Right,
got
right.
7 bricks.
Right.
Matter of fact, they just put more windows over there. Now, I ain't inciting nothing, so you won't have to tell the FBI to come get me in the CIA.
Hands up.
But I ain't got nothing else to say.
Let me say this, bro. The FBI and the CIA, I have been through all of that. Phone taps. Even when I sold my house in the Quad Cities, the FBI came to look at my house to buy it, and the damn fool dropped the bug on the floor, and I picked it up, and I chased him out of my house. I'm saying to say this. Been on the front line a long time. Brothers like Tyrone, I love you because we need you. Our people need guys like us because we're the only thing that's standing between the white folks and the destruction of our race.
Man.
We're the only ones still left that's trying to stand up and fight to make a difference and change the dynamics for our children. You know, that's just like this. And I'm going to touch on this real quickly. That's just like the gay law that was passed, forcing our children to learn about the gay lifestyle and the gay history. Now, let me say this. I prayed about this. For me, it's an abomination, and I'm appalled that they would even try this. I'm appalled that they even did this and put it in the schools. But you know why they did this? And I talked to my godfather, Roland Burris, last week before I came to the show, right? I sit down with him because I like to get elders
Yes, sir.
their ideas about what's going on, right? And so I've already got a legal team ready. And we finna drop a lawsuit against the state
No question.
to stop this damn bull crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Roland Burris has been a family friend since I was a shorty with my grandmother, Eloise Barton. We was in the same place. I spoke that morning when Kim Fox was over at BJ's that morning. You might have saw that. I was over there and I spoke before Kim Fox. But after I spoke and I went talk to my godfather, Roland Burris, I said, look, this is what I got to do. God has commissioned me to stand up for him. I'm not standing up for the people. I'm standing up for God. The pastors have already let God down by not standing up and allowing this law to be passed, right? My position is this. I don't care what happened. I don't care what going down. I'm standing up for God, and I'm going to file this lawsuit. We're going to rescind that law,
Yes.
and we're going to get things back to normal that God created a man and a woman, okay?
Yes.
But this is what I said, and this is why I know I'm on point. I went to my godfather Roland Burson said, grab him on the side, say, hey, Pops, you know, I'm finna drop this lawsuit. And this is why I know Satan is real. This is what he said to me. He took a minute, he thought about it, and then he said, you gonna lose. And I said, why you say that? He said, because it's like a wave. It's just took over. Now listen to this time. This is what really pissed me off. He said, it's like a wave. It's just took over, and it's just covering everything. I said, well, I got God on my side, right? Then he said, well, all these pastors, they never said a word. They didn't stand up, so why would you say something? That was when I knew that I wasn't talking to my godfather, but I was talking straight to the devil.
Ain't no question.
And then I told him this. I got God on my side. They will be defeated. When this lawsuit is filed, we're going to rescind that law. The very next morning, when I get up to pray at 5, I watched Joel Osteen. A lot of people might not like Joel. But Joel preached a sermon about who's going to stand up for God, who is going to fight for God, who is going to be a man of war for God. That was my confirmation to tell me that God got me. This is his fight. This fight with this gay stuff, the killings, the murders, this is his fight. But God needs a willing body. He needs a willing person. He needs somebody who is not afraid, who will stand up for him and address the issues. And that's what Brother Muhammad's doing. That's what Mo Anderson is doing. That's what David Lowry Jr. is doing. And I'm asking all brothers and sisters across the country who see this, it's time to stand up for God. If we stand up for God, then we will be blessed. Our communities will thrive again, because when we stand up for ourselves, we quit waiting for people to come free us. White folks ain't gonna free us because they oppress us. Other house Negroes ain't gonna free us because they so caught up with the world of nothing.
That's right.
And so what we have to do now, is this. I'm asking people across the country that are listening and watching this show, keep sharing this show. We're going to keep giving out good, strong information. We're going to start opening businesses up.
That's right, real soon.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I have for people across the country. See, when I spoke time about the marijuana business, it's two facets of it. It's the facet where you can smoke weed and get high. That's cool, okay? But the facet that black people didn't know about,
The ownership.
was the hemp.
Hemp.
See, the hemp is the medical side of it.
Yeah.
With the medical side of it, it works. The CBD oils, the creams, all of it works. It kills cancer, diabetes, all of this. This works. But white people held it all this time until they got the get high marijuana legal. And so what I have done, and God has blessed me to do, I became a master distributor for all the hemp companies that's selling goods. They have given me an opportunity to go and set black businesses up. I'm not talking about a few things. I'm saying I can set up a business and put over $30,000 worth of product into a business owner's hand so that they can continue to make money and we rebuild the black community.
That's right.
That's my whole thing. And so if you're looking for a business, besides the nail business, the hair business, and all the other stuff, we at the forefront of this hemp thing and this marijuana thing in the state of Illinois. We don't want to wait to be the last people after the white folks and got into the neighborhood, they done got all the businesses started, and we right back where we at, paying them, and they taking our money out the community.
It's real. I just wanted to say, I don't know how many seconds we got left before we close out.
Go ahead, yeah.
All I wanted to say is, listen, man. Women, men, we need you, period.
Yes, we do.
We need you so we can protect our women, protect our sons, and save our community. Sisters, please understand that you all are what we fight for, what we live for. Mothers, wives,
aunties.
So without you all, there's nothing. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan said a nation can rise no higher than its woman.
That's right.
And he also says that when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. And that when you teach a man, you teach an individual. A lot of men have been individualistic as it relates to building a nation. That's why we have disrespected y'all. That's all I got to say.
And in saying that, brother, black people, you ever thought about why we in this condition? You ever thought about why whites hate us, Hispanics hate us, but they learn from us? Everybody is taken from the black people. Everybody. Even the white man is taken from us. The Hispanics is taken from us. Even the gays have taken a page out of the black civil rights playbook to get to where they got. Black sisters and brothers that watch this show, that watch us, we need y'all to come in and support what we're doing, and so that we can support the communities. It's all about economic development. If we quit spending our money with these people who don't like us and treat us like crap, they can't survive in the black community.
Okay.
If we open our own shop, and this is what I was saying, T,
Yes, sir.
we're going to open a nail shop somewhere.
Are we about to open a few of them so our sisters
That's what I'm
can
saying.
get these nails done? We're not just talking, we're going to be building. While we shutting down, we're going to be replacing.
Exactly. And not only that, doing that, I also have an opportunity. We have a trucking company called H7, a transport company. We've gotten some nice contracts for them, and they're hiring brothers and sisters. They're teaching.
Reach out to me, I got you.
Yep. Anybody that's looking for an opportunity, they want to get a business set up, then y'all contact me. We have a whole headquarters at 17050 South Park Avenue. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Robert Wilson, who had this vision and dream, who bought this entire complex. It has suites all in it. The whole building is housing a security company. It's housing an auxiliary police department. It's housing Living and Driving While Black. It's housing our insurance company. We have said that what Mr. Wilson's dream is to get black businesses to be in one place, but we spread out all over the city, creating, building, and saving the black community.
Right.
So if you have an idea about a business, if you want to get into the hemp business, if you want to do a nail shop, call us. Let us help you and direct the traffic so that this is made easy. We know all the process of opening businesses. A lot of people talk about, well, you know, the reason why I'm selling dope is because of this and that. No, you selling dope because you want to sell dope. Not because you have to. It's something that you want to do. Because the same money that you took to buy the dope with, the same money you could have went to the clerk's office and spent $2,000 for a cheap building and then took the rest of the money and opened up a business and hire black people and keep the black dollar in the black community. And that's what I'm saying to black people across the country. We're the biggest spenders. You know, and I know, that if Popeyes put out a damn chicken sandwich, I talked about this on the show. This is just how confused black people are. Popeyes put out a chicken sandwich, and in 30 days, they had grossed over $40 million in 30 days. And most of that money came out the black poor community.
That's true, because $85 out of every dollar spent is spent by black women.
Yep. And so if
in the country.
If we
Now check it out.
Now check this out. Just like we stood out there for Jordan gym shoes and wouldn't even stand in line to go to a PTA meeting for our kids. Just like we stood out there and fought each other for a damn chicken sandwich. Let me put something on your mind. This is why I say, black people, you need to start getting together, talking, building a business consortium, and study buying up the blocks. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start buying blocks up and putting black people back into their homes. We're going to start our own businesses and teach our young people how to run a business and how to do the things to rebuild a black community. That's what we're doing. If you want to be a part of the resurrection of the black community, because see, Jesse gone. Aldo sold out.
They not gone.
They
not
gone. They been dead.
They not gone.
They dead.
They in the way.
Listen,
They in the way. See, to be gone mean when white folks call you, you don't step up and speak for us.
Exactly.
They still speaking for us,
but we got to get them
they
out.
not bringing us with them to say, hey, this brother here, I know he ain't gonna sell out our people. I know that this brother ain't gonna sell out people. He gonna speak for us. I ain't judging nothing they do.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all, whether we like it or not, Jesse Jackson been to prison, a whole bunch of jail, a whole bunch of time fighting for black folks. That young Afro Jesse did.
Yeah,
so
that young
y'all can say what you want to say. You got people won't go to jail for throwing the brick.
But this,
I'm just telling you,
right.
today, people won't go to jail for a misdemeanor. I'm telling you, you want to judge a person level free, and then they won't even line up behind the people that will.
And that's the
the
most
problem.
killing thing for me.
You won't line up. So we're gonna figure out something, because I want to do something in the city to bring unity, a party where everybody show up. And we invite the whole family in Chicago. We ain't gonna even be able to get in. Everybody ain't gonna be able to get in. But we're gonna invite the whole family. It's gonna be free food, some drinks. However y'all drink. I don't drink. But it's gonna be free food, drinks, as our appreciation for the disrespect of black women that we have perpetrated in this community, for terrorizing our women and children. We're gonna have a celebration to say, hey man, we finna take this thing national to another level,
a whole nother level,
and get the family on board, man. We're going to transform the way we see and greet each other.
Exactly. And in saying that, brother, let me say this. To the brothers that's out there on the gangbanger tip or street organizations, y'all need to understand this. When you kill yourself, you kill the community. Because if you guys think about it, and Nipsey Hussle was smart. No matter what color you represent, no matter what organization that you're in, we still black men. And black men, once we stop killing each other, they gonna have to stop killing us.
Because we gonna create an army to force them to stop. We got the right to bear arms too.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you,
that's what we're gonna have to do.
We're gonna have to use it.
But you know what? Nat Turner said it best. When he had 1,000 people on the seafront, on the beach. And out of 1,000, he said, who will be willing to die? And all 900 stepped up that was willing to die. And about 100 or so, 1,000 or so sat back. And then he said, the first thing we got to do is kill the ones that didn't step up. Okay, so psychologically, physically we can kill a bunch of people. But psychologically, we have to kill those who are not going to support or going to sell out the black community.
That's right.
So all y'all brothers and sisters that's out there in these fraternities and the sororities, y'all need to understand that if y'all hate us, y'all call us gangbangers, y'all call us thugs, but guess what? If the white man feel that they could defeat us, guess who's next? That's going to be your son down on the ground, your college-educated son down on the ground with his hands behind his back and get shot in the head.
Then they call him Tyrone.
They call him living and driving while black. So we're saying this. Let's unite, black people. We need to unite. We need to come together. We cannot wait. White folks ain't gonna help us. And if you scared about your job, then you stay right there.
Stay down.
This train is running, and it ain't gonna stop for you if you ain't gotten the right ticket. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all brothers out there that's worried about my job, I got this house. Guess what? At the end of the day, when you get close to retirement, if you don't kiss that white man's ass, he gonna fire you. Right. What you gonna do then?
That's right.
What you gonna do then? So I'm saying 2.2 million Greeks. Those are black people who call themselves Greek. First of all, you're black. You should have came home and started rebuilding the black community, because that's why we fought in the civil rights game, so y'all could get the education. Now you got the education, you don't even want to be black. Half of y'all don't even want to come home.
Wow.
Y'all living out there with the white man, he'll burn a cross in your yard, and you'll still be out there with him. So y'all need to really understand, your place with the white man's house is not guaranteed because you're black. Brothers and sisters across the country that watch this, I want y'all to share it. I want y'all to continue to watch this show because we're going to keep dropping knowledge on what we need to do. And from the bricks being thrown in the window, we need to rally behind Tyrone. We need to rally behind the foundation, Living and Driving While Black, ex-cons. We need to really put money into these organizations because we're the ones that's going to fight. We're the ones that's going to open businesses up. We're the ones that's going to be on the front line fighting for everybody, even though we got people in the background talking crap and not doing nothing. And let me tell you something. Let me say this to this brother, Jamal Green. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it unequivocally. You know me. You don't know shit. You ain't even old enough to understand the real struggle. You didn't see King. You didn't know Malcolm. All you've done is read history if you've done that. Okay? So you're not a civil rights activist. You're not a leader because you ain't did nothing and you don't know how to do nothing. So when you run your mouth, you better be careful who you talking about. Because see, we still men and we still gangsters. And if you put your mouth in the wrong place again, you're going to be dealt with. These are my last words. Tyrone, your last words, baby. Great show.
Man, listen. Hard trials are necessary to establish truth. Trials are condition us to be able to withstand the pressure of the work that we got to put forth. And we must save our communities and we must elevate our women. Remember, for every no good woman, there's a no good man or a system that made her no good. So stop judging your women, brothers. I don't care what their past is. Let's start elevating our sister and then raise our nation. That's it.
I got one thing to say. It's hard, but it's fair. I learned that from my football coach. But I really learned what hard, but it's fair is about. If you work hard at something,
Yes, sir.
then at the end of the results, it's fair. At the end of the tunnel. So I agree with both of you brothers saying let's get back to the community. Let's stand together. Let's spread the love. Let's make it happen. We're going to come together. We're going to open up business. We're going to give everybody an opportunity. Who wants it. I'm willing to put up half of my money right now.
That's right.
And I'm willing to put the other half up to create businesses. I said that last week, and that's real.
I ain't got no money, and I don't have no money, but I'm willing to bust a window, and I help them open it.
Oh, great. I want to let black people know, you can find us livinganddrivingwhileblack.org. Spell it out, livinggdrivingwhileblack.org. You can go there, leave information so that we can contact you across the country. This is about building. Really, this is about kingdom building. And that's what we have to do. Our number is 708-663-5262. These are my last words, and we out of here. In order to bring change, you have to change yourself. See, a lot of the reasons why we're in such a bad state of affairs is that we never look at the man or the woman in the mirror. We can always talk about what things should be done and what this one didn't do, but it all falls back to you. It took one atheist person to get prayer kicked out of the schools all over the world. You, yourself, one person can make a huge impact by changing yourself, changing the way you think, and changing the way you react. So I'm asking brothers and sisters across the country that see this. It's time to change. It's time to change the way we think. It's time to change the way we act. It's time for us to start putting our money together to buy up the black community. Let's stop letting the aldermen bring people into our community and buying up the property and treating us like crap.
Tell Danny Davis I'm coming for his slot.
We coming for your slot, D.
I'm going to have to go and run for Congress or something.
So these are my last words. And this is the key to everything. We got to get past these jackleg preachers who continue to use the Bible to medicate themselves. They're poisoning the black community by always saying, turn the other cheek. That was just a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
And black people, we got to quit turning the other cheek. For us, what we need to do now, first, start thinking about how you as a person can be a better person and better your community. Secondly, it's implementation. If you have an idea or a dream, get with people that can help you implement that dream instead of study wondering. And this is the most important thing, because this is what God said. If my people to change from their wicked ways,
I will heal them.
I will heal them from heaven.
Man.
And I will heal the land. So that's what I'm telling our brothers and sisters today. Quit being made a fool out of going to church. Read the Bible for yourself. And yes, there is no such thing as tithing money. Tithing is not about money. And I was going to do part of the show. Put God first.
Tune in there.
Don't be afraid to stand up. If you're afraid, call us. We'll stand up with you. I want y'all to tune in next week. We'll be back. We'll have another segment on how we're going to change and build a black community. Tune in. God bless you. God loves you. We love you. We love our black family. And peace. Thank y'all for listening.
No, you ain't ready for this flow here, no.
Go ahead.
Ready? Hello ain't ready. The music ain't loud enough. Hello ain't ready. Hello, where you at? Come on, spit something. You can't spit on this.
Thank y'all for listening, man. You're on Intellectual Radio, baby boy.
I'm my little homie.
And we doing our thing right now.
My little homie.
Get it in,
Spit
baby.
it, man.
Hey, baby.
Look. They ain't even ready cause the bar stay steady. Quit playing game cause our rap ain't petty. You're going in the trunk, keep disrespecting community. Skills like this cause all we need is unity.
Yes.
48 I spit, bar still a quit playing game, the flow is still legit. I'm gonna keep spitting my man cause I'm a brick. Skills like this, my man, cause I'm pissed. We ain't even playing, my man, we getting ready. Quit playing game, my man, we staying steady.
Let's do this.
Going in the trunk, my man, that's what
Y'all
they
share it
do.
now.
We taking over ICD, and it's true.
Living or driving my black baby.
Rocka Flocka
Living
ain't
condition.
ready.
Driving
Put them in
conditions
the trunk,
are the
his
worst of black
bars is
people on the
so
face of the
petty.
planet, and
And
we
I'm
gonna
gonna
address
keep
that.
going,
God
but
bless y'all.
man,
Peace.
remain steady. And you think it's a joke, you ain't ready.
Ready.
They really don't know. Proof's in the pudding, my man, I do a show. Bye.